IBM presents You Make the Call.
But in the Philippines, you know, when they experience floods in the Philippines, it's totally different than how we do it here. I mean, we have a broadcast system. Theirs is a little more unique in the Philippines. Have you ever heard, you know, when they have like emergency situations like flash floods, they always make this announcement. This is the Philippine Broadcast Emergency System. If there should be an actual emergency, the Ilocano Manong will not finish his sentence. This is only a test. When I was a boy, I used to play in the yard with my doggy.
Our uncle to the mall, and we were in the food court, and we're just sitting there, and he's just trying to talk, and he's loud, so everyone's watching. That's the part that embarrassed me the most, because he's loud, and everyone's looking, and he's like, Joseph, you remember that one time you got me? I'm like, what? What are you trying to say? Hey, I'm trying to tell you, wait.
So yeah, that was our very first business, and you know, I mean, me being a young kid, I had to pitch in, you know, couldn't really make a wage or anything. So my job was to carry the big bags of rice to old ladies' cars. I don't see your car. Ma'am, where's your car? Oh, you're so kind. Wow, you follow me here. I make a mistake. Okay, 2 more blocks. Follow me. By this time, I'm pissed off, man. It's like 4 blocks and no car. Mom, let me put this down. You said 2 blocks ago, your car. I don't see your car. And then 2 blocks now, I don't see your car again. This is 50 pounds. I'm 6 years old. £50, 6 years old. That's not right. That's not right.
I sent my son to go get rice the other day. I go, Joe, go grab a bag of rice. And he ran down a couple aisles, and then he came back with this little ass bag of rice. It was in his hand like that. And even though I knew that was the bag of rice he was supposed to get, I started reflecting back to when I was his age. The bag of rice I had to get was the size of this fucking stool. That shit was twice my body weight. I had to drag that shit back to my mom. It's a big nylon bag with Chinese writing on the front. It said 50 pounds at the bottom of it.
So if you wanted really good seats and you wanted to hear the priest deliver the sermon, then you had to sit up in the front, but that meant you had to get there early. So we always arrived late and sat way in the back of the church, and the acoustics are really bad back there, so pretty much all I ever heard for maybe a good number of years as a young growing Catholic from the priest was
Fil-Am, 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 Holy and high, Fil-Am on three. Holy, holy, and I said, hey. And hope and hey, and raise over hey.
The reason why is because when you're 10, 11 years old, you hate church. For the simple fact that you got to sit there for an hour and a half on this wooden pew. And you got to sit there. And when you're 10, 11 years old, you don't even have ass meat yet. It's just bone on wood. That's why kids move around so much. Because they can't feel their asses anymore. And that guy won't stop preaching, just
that's the one thing you cannot do with a Filipino mom, right? Mess around in church, because they got the seats right behind you. You know how justice comes from the back, man. Oh, whoo, and they're messing around. And my mom is in back of me, just holding her missalette, just reading along, just like with a stone face, no expression, not giving away the fact that she is about to induce justice on me from below my chair in the form of a toe pinch that has never been seen in this galaxy. You know, when the big toe pops out and the other one comes to assist, curled, thus maximizing the torque, the grab and then the twist with the entire leg from the thigh down. That's how you do it. Because, you know, I'm thankful for that moment, that first time she did it, because, you know, that's when I felt the love of the Lord in me again. I didn't mess around at church again, you know, like, come on, Joy, come on. And then out from under my chair, Jesus Christ, Jesus, help me, Jesus, help me, Jesus.
And I would taunt my mom, because we were in church. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna hit me? And my mom would take her fingertips, the tips of her nails, and she would grab a pinch of skin. You know what I'm talking about, right? And she would pinch so hard I could actually feel the nails touch inside of me. It would hurt so bad that I would lean in like this.
Manny can speak English pretty well now. He's got a tutor and everything, you know. Remember back in the day when Manny could not speak a lick of English, but we loved him no matter what because he was one of our own, because he brought the level of Pinoy pride to a level that we didn't think was ever going to happen. But we prayed to God that Manny Pacquiao would never speak on camera. We were praying during the rosary at home. Naku Manny, wag na. Tama na Manny. And he wants to talk, right? Because the dude is like, you know, shit, man, just making bucks. We will send in a special elite SEAL unit to come and extract you right before you get to the mic. But no shit, HBO Sports, they got Manny the Pac-Man Pacquiao takes down Eric Morales in round 3 of tonight's bout. Manny, what was going on in your head during the bout? What strategies were lurking in your brain? I just want to make puk today. And then to step back to sip puk, to event back puk, and then puk, and then to event step forward to okay, thank you.
There's a journeyman fighter, a Filipino journeyman fighter by the name of Manny Pacquiao. He was fighting Antonio Barrera. This guy was knocking everybody out. There was no way Manny could have won that fight. There was no way. If you would have bet the house on Manny that night, you'd still be spending that money today. He wasn't supposed to win. And the whole world watched. And I couldn't wait to watch. I was like, yes, finally. There's gonna be a Filipino at the top of his game, getting ready to represent the Filipinos. I couldn't wait. Everyone was watching that on pay-per-view. Hundreds of millions of people watched that fight. And then he won. He fucking won. He won. And I remember just watching it like, oh my God, he won. It was amazing. Because I knew that was the day that hundreds of millions of people were gonna hear the thickest Filipino accent ever. Like, it was so fucking thick. It was the thickest Filipino of you, like it was yesterday, they're like, so Manny, how did you prepare to fight Antonio Barrera? He's like, well, when he was, he punched like that, and he went like that, I go like that, and then he hit me, I look at him, I punch him back, he go like that, and then Jesus Christ.
Man, Daly City's got some, it's all Filipino now, right? I mean, it's the foggiest place in the Bay Area because all the Filipinos, because at 6 p.m. all the rice cookers open up and shit escapes into the stratosphere. And then that's it, pilots are pissed.
See all that fog? Yeah. That's from all the Filipinos in Daly City using the rice cookers at the same time.
If you're a comedian, you know when something's been stolen, when something is not right, when clearly someone is doing something that is just not theirs.